previously we've been doing so poorly.
Yes.
Despite the fact that CDF has tried to improve the infrastructure, I think our parents maybe they are yet to impress education so that they are yet to impress those schools. So you realize that most of the time watoto wetu wako kwa njia.
Yes.
Wako kwa shule. So we must have a conversation where we are now talking about having the parents first own up their children and impress education fully. That is the part. Now I think it's purely civic education that is needed. We must have a candid conversation with the community to accept that education is the only game changer. And once we impress that, I think we'll get it right as a community. We have these challenges like the infrastructure, road network and all that has affected part of our schools. Ingotse is going down, Chebus is going down, Namrama is going down. Those are our giant schools in Navajo. They're going down not because parents don't want to take their children there. They're going down because of accessibility, road network, poor road network. Ingotse is going down because you can never get, there is no vehicle that goes to Ingotse, a public vehicle. Previously we used to have the public transport around here. We don't. During rainy situation and all that, it's a problem. It's the same situation scenario with the Chebusi, same scenario with Namirama. So until the three roads are addressed, the Lurambi, Ingotse Nambacha Road, then we address the Shianda, Nambacha Road, then Chebusi, Samiti Road. If those three roads are addressed, they will open up Navajo. And at that point, we'll see our schools, these giant schools, re-emerging.
Yeah.
And that will work in the right direction for our community. Then parents must learn that, in as much as we talk about education is free, it's never free.
Sure.
They must just, that needs they must meet for their kids. The lunch program, the government never provides for food lunch program for the kids. Teachers will not teach these children morning to evening without food. So parents must come in to support such programs. But you realize they still struggle.
True.
In as much as we leaders have worked out to have bursary, it can never cater for everything. So lazima pia these parents must just come up handy and make sure that those schools are operational and they are running. Then you see we also challenge the national government. They commit on capitation, they don't release capitation on time, they don't release enough funds. They release a percentage, a smaller percentage, which cannot sustain the school to the end. So teachers, heads of institutions are still forced to get back to the parents to have those schools running. Because there is no teacher who wants to earn a salary without working.
True.
So they must just devise other mechanisms. And when they do that, you realize that parents they tend to complain. But my challenge is, even we the leaders who advocate for free education, we don't take our children to those public schools. We still take them to private-owned schools and we're paying dearly. Why do we want to give our kids quality education at the expense of the electoral, the general masses? That is the question. So that is the conversation we must have to get it right so that our schools are properly funded, then the curriculum is well implemented, and that our kids are benefiting from the very curriculum that is being offered in the school. So that at the end of the day, we now have an educated society, a learned also a community where people can learn to do things on their own. They have the right, they need the much needed skills. Despite the challenges that CBC, CBC imekuja na changamoto zake. Is a curriculum that many people are still struggling to understand and appreciate it. But because it's with us, it's now 3 years into, because the first grade 6 did exam 3 years ago. So it is a system that is with us. We must embrace it fully and walk now the journey to see to it that we are getting what the CBC intended. Because we cannot keep gambling with the children of this country. That would be the biggest mistake we can ever do as a nation, as a community.
You have opened up the roads network in the ward, and any plans for the electricity for the schools?
Nearly all schools in the world have electricity except the upcoming schools. In fact, there are only 2 schools, because the school that didn't have electricity of recent was Borenga, and it's now connected to the power grid. So the only school that is still missing, it's a new school, is this Shivende and Masinga. which I know there are plans to connect them to the power grid. So all our schools are actually connected to power grid. Even Mwikode had an issue, but it's now connected. The transformer is installed and it's working. So once our schools are connected to the power grid, and then we try to maintain the roads toward the schools. It's supposed to make it easy those schools to remain accessible. And you know, the government is trying to embrace technology. So once they have a constant supply of power, it means that they can embrace technology and make good use of it.
The
so
CBC.
Because you remember there's a time they were coming up with tablets and all that. Then from there, that's where we are. So basically, you asked me from where we are seated, is that our schools have since been connected to the power grid, and that is a plus for us. Now, the only thing that is left that we need to do is to now make sure that that technology is embraced fully. Not so long ago, we saw Safaricom trying to have installed now 5G network. Those fiber cables have since passed across the world and accessing all our schools. Meaning, it's now just us getting to Safaricom and applying for the fiber connectivity so that we have access to internet 24/7. That is something our people are yet to realize, that it's a resource we've been given that we're yet to put into good use. Once we put it into good use, now with net internet, it means our children can access learning material from any given point. We must not just be going to buy books and all that. On the TV, they can access those learning materials, on the phones and everywhere. And that will help in enhancing their the curriculum implementation. So basically, I think that's where we are, and so far so good.
Yeah, true. Thank you.